Hi guys, a very good evening to all of you. I think we are live now, right? Chalo, quickly everybody confirm me once. So today is our grammar session day. Today we are going to study conditional sentence. See, I'm sure that most of you would have studied this topic earlier also. How many of you have studied this topic, conditional sentence? See, conditional sentence, even though you have studied it multiple times, आपने बहुत बार पढ़ा होगा, बहुत जगह से पढ़ा होगा. But the way I'm going to tell you today, okay, so it is going to be very easy and it is going to be very, very important. Basically, I will tell you the difference how questions come because conditional sentence में rules बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. If I talk about all the rules, including the exceptions and everything, so maximum we have only 5, okay? Including exceptions, only 5 rules are there. But these 5 rules can confuse you in 500 ways. So that is why today I'm going to tell you the important ways how questions can come in our examination. Is it clear? Chalo, let's start our session. Reverse engineering going on means Dhruv Mehta. Chalo, let's start our session, guys. Okay. So this cell is still live. Okay. If there is anybody who wants to join Oliveboard platform, he or she can use code Saba and join this. Okay. See, first of all, you have to understand what is a conditional sentence. Actually, this topic has multiple names. The same topic is also called sequence of tenses. Do you know? Either you call it conditional sentence or you call it sequence of tenses. They both are the same, different names of the same topic. Just a second. Now listen to me. So conditional sentence or sequence of tense, whatever you call it, okay? It is a system through which the tense, actually it is a part of tense only, okay? So it is a system through which the tense of the subordinate clause is determined by the tense of the principal clause. First of all, you have to understand this, that sequence of tenses we apply. See, what do you mean by the word sequence? Sequence का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of the word sequence? Tell me. Series, can we say in simple terms? Sequence of something means series of something, right? Order, series. So when do we have the series or order? On a single thing can we apply series or order? एक अकेली चीज पे कभी series or order लगेगा? Tell me. Series means unless you have two, three options, you cannot apply the series. So same goes for sequence of tenses also. Sequence of tenses is never applied on a single verb. It is always applied when two verbs are there. And when do we have two verbs? Tell me. See, two verbs means there should be a conjunction because in one sentence we have one verb. So if I talk about two verbs, so there should be two sentences, yes or no? And those two sentences will definitely be connected by conjunction. See, the topic that I'm telling you, it will help you even in connectors. Okay, so I will tell you its usage not only for error detection and phrase replacement, but also for the connectors. So when there is a conjunction, see, this together, from here till here, it is called a sentence. ये जब आप पूरा देखेंगे ना end to end तो ये पूरा एक sentence होता है. But if I talk about individually, so they are two clauses. जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा है ना subordinate clause and principal clause. Now, many of us do not know what is principal clause and what is subordinate clause. So, I am telling you a simple way to identify the clause. ठीक है, clause identify करने का बहुत ही simple सा तरीका बता रही हूँ मैं. The part that follows conjunction, जो part conjunction से connected होता है, that is always a subordinate clause and the remaining part is principal clause. Is this clear? Did you get the point? The part that follows conjunction is subordinate clause. जो part conjunction से connected है, conjunction को follow करेगा, वो subordinate clause है, and the remaining part is what? It is our principal clause. Okay. Now, yes. Now, in case we have the conjunction in beginning. Now, do not learn कि first is principal, second is subordinate. Don't learn that way. If we have conjunction in the beginning, then quickly tell me which one is principal and which one is subordinate. Now, tell me the order of principal and subordinate clause. Hurry up, guys. Which one is principal? Which one is subordinate now? if conjunction is in the beginning of the sentence. Now, immediately we can say that this part follows conjunction. So, the part that follows conjunction is subordinate clause. Conjunction agar starting mein aaya, to this will be subordinate and the second one will be principal clause. Right? Exactly. Is this clear? Because why am I teaching you this principal and subordinate? Because in all the three rules, you will get this term. So it should be very clear that what is a principal clause and what is a subordinate clause. Achha, many of you are writing the spelling of principal as, see, everything is interconnected, guys. Many of you are writing the spelling of principal as Principle. Is this the correct spelling of principal clause? क्या ये सही स्पेलिंग है प्रिंसिपल की? क्विकली टेल मी. Saurabh, see, this principle is noun. This only means doctrine, theory, okay, rules, whatever you say, law, that is only principle. जिसको आप हिंदी में सिद्धांत कहते हैं, okay? And this principle, Principal, who is saying head of school? This principle is a noun. As a noun, it means head of school. Head of school. And it is an adjective also. That means main, major, chief. Whenever we talk about main, major, chief, कहीं पर भी, तो यहाँ पर कौन सा clause आएगा? Main clause. Are you getting my point? So this principal clause means this principal clause is main clause. So main clause means you can never use LE form. It will always be AL form. Remember that. Because there are so many questions based on these two homophones. You will get so many questions based on these homophones. Will you ever remember it? So whenever we talk about main, major, chief, you will use this PAL, not PLE. Okay. Coming back to our topic. Chalo, shall we start our rules? Basic is clear. Now directly we will jump onto the rules. I will tell you sequence of tenses in absolute possible way. जितने structures बन सकते हैं, जितने cases आ सकते हैं. As I told, rules are only 3, maximum 5, including exceptions. But these 5 rules can be asked in 500 ways. So we are going to discuss the structure, the pattern, and all these things. Okay. So let's start our session, guys. Quickly, everybody like this session and share this session with others. जल्दी से सभी लोग session को like और share कर दीजिए. Are you all ready? Yogi ji is from Gorakhpur. The chief minister is from there only, na? Chalo, let's see, guys. Condition 1. Can you all listen to me? Can you all listen to me? I'm not getting your chats. I want you all to be very active throughout the session. Be very quick, okay? Because I will keep on asking the questions. See, this condition sentence, the rule itself says condition 1. इसको आपको learn ही इसी तरह से करना, first condition, second condition, third condition, okay? So this is the name of the rule, okay? You should, the moment somebody says first condition, you should immediately know. Subordinate is missing. Achha, okay, sorry. This I will do the correction. Thank you, Saurabh. This is typo mistake you will need. Chalo, coming to this. Subordinate. Chalo, let's see. See, now the first condition is what? Probable or like condition. Basically, this is the sense. Okay, like and probable condition means we basically apply the first condition when there is a possibility of something to occur, of something to happen. जब किसी चीज को होने की पॉसिबिलिटी होती है, when you feel that there is possibility, there is certainty that something can happen, so that is called like or probable condition. And the rule says that when two actions happen simultaneously, see, conditional sentences are always applicable on simultaneous actions. Zero condition, I will tell Advik. Let me give me 1 hour. After 1 hour, you ask me what is left. Okay, I will complete everything. So, when two actions happen simultaneously in future, simultaneously means one after the other, okay? So, the principal clause, that is the main clause, is written in future indefinite tense. Or you can say modal indefinite tense. Remember that. The principal clause, the main clause is written in future indefinite tense or modal indefinite tense, okay? while the subordinate clause is always written in present indefinite tense. Now here tenses will play very important role. You should know all the structures of present indefinite tense, all the structures of this future indefinite or modal indefinite tense. Now listen to me. First of all, conditional sentences depend upon conjunction also. In the first condition, you can use the conjunction if, when, unless, until. All these we can use in first condition. Okay, as long as, provided that. Okay, so in all these cases we use the first condition. Okay, first condition. Now the part in which this condition will be connected, which it is subordinate clause, it should be in which case, in which tense, जिस पार्ट में ये कंजंक्शन लगे होंगे if or when or unless or until or as long as or provided that, so that will be in present indefinite tense, whereas the principal clause should be in future or modal indefinite tense. Now tell me one thing, do you know all the structures of present indefinite and modal indefinite tense? First of all, the point is this only, क्या आपको फ्यूचर इंडेफिनिट और प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट के सारे टेंसेस पता है? Do you know that? Now tell me the structure of present indefinite tense. All the structures that you know. Quickly. All the structures of present indefinite tense quickly. See, this one is very common structure. Is, am, are plus V1 plus S or is. Okay. This is the very common structure of present indefinite tense, that when we have subject plus is, am, subject plus V1 or V1 plus S or es, so that is present indefinite tense. Okay. So in subordinate clause, we will always use V1 or V1 plus S or es. But if I talk about is, am, are, only is, am, are, isn't it present indefinite tense? अगर मैं सिर्फ is, am, are की बात करूं, और if I talk about only has or have, so only has or have is also present indefinite tense, right? If I talk about only has or only have, that is also present indefinite tense. Okay. Then if I talk about is, am, are plus V3, this is also present indefinite tense. It is just passive voice. This is passive voice. So you should remember all the structures of present indefinite tense. ये जितने भी possible structures हैं. Even apart from that, we can use do, does also. Yes or no? Can't we use do, does, did? Subject plus do, does, sorry, not did, present indefinite tense. Do, does plus V1, this also we can use. So all the possibilities of present indefinite tense can come here. And here also in principal clause also you can use any future indefinite tense. Just if I say will be plus V3, isn't it future indefinite tense? This is passive voice, this is active voice. So you can use it in any voice, either active or passive. किसी भी voice में आप use कर सकते हैं. Only the tense should be future indefinite or modal indefinite tense. Okay. Now listen to me. One by one, I'm giving you examples. The structure is clear to everyone. Now let us see in how many ways these questions can come. Shall we move on to the examples? Let's see, guys. See, first of all, the basic way of asking question is this. The very basic way. If you will concentrate in the class, if you will concentrate in the class, you will easily understand the topic. What is the error here? This everybody can tell, that in subordinate clause we will never use will shall. ये सबसे simple way होता है क्वेश्चन पूछने का. Simply not if you are, simply if you concentrate. Where are you going to use are? Simply if you say, if you concentrate in the class, you will easily understand the topic. Because future indefinite will be changed into present indefinite, that's it. In subordinate clause, you can never use will shall. Okay. Now, another point, see. Now you have to tell me. If I say, if you want to, if you want to get selection, if you want to get selection, work very hard this year. Work very hard this year. Where is the error? Everybody tell me. Rule is one, multiple ways of asking the questions. Everybody, rule is before you. Tell me what is the error here. If you want to get selection, work very hard this year. Everybody, if you want, see whether I say if you want selection, if you want to get selection, or if I write if you want to get selected, is there any difference? If you want to get selection, if you want to get selected, if you want selection, anything you can write. Is this wrong? You can write if you want to get selection or if you want to get selected. Both are correct. It is present indefinite. Only what we want is subordinate clause should be present indefinite. It is given in present indefinite. Now listen to me. See, this is that is why I told you, no? You people only know the first structure, but you do not know several other structures. Here you can easily find error, but here you cannot find error. Now remember that this is which sentence starts with V1. See, here we are starting directly with V1. And as per our rule, we need here future indefinite tense. Subordinate clause is absolutely correct, but in principal clause we need future indefinite tense, right? बट आपको एक बात पता है ये कौन सा सेंटेंस है, कौन सा सेंटेंस डायरेक्ट V1 से स्टार्ट होता है? Which type of sentence starts directly with V1? Do you know different types of sentence? Assertive, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, optative. Do you know all these different types of sentences? No, it is imperative sentences. Note it down. Imperative sentences means in which we give order, we make request, all these. So imperative sentences starts with V1. They directly start with V1. But they carry the sense of future. लिख लीजिए इसको. Imperative sentences start with V1, but they carry the sense of future. जैसे if I say go out. So go out means, isn't it carrying the sense of future? You will go out in future only, yes or no? So if I say please take out your book. So please take out your book. I'm requesting you to do something. Okay, so you will do in future only. So imperative sentences start with V1, but they carry the sense of future. So here work very hard means I'm suggesting you to work in hard this year. So it is carrying the sense of future. There is no error. Did you get the point? So in principal clause, if you directly use V1, that is also correct because it is an imperative sentence. And imperative sentences, they start with V1, but they carry the sense of future. Understood, everybody? So there is no error in this sentence. This sentence is absolutely right. Will you forget this? Did you note it down? Imperative sentences start with V1, starts with V1 and carries the sense of future. Okay? Now, this is another way of asking the question. Third point. I am going to buy a gold bracelet when the price of the gold when the price of the gold comes down. You have changed your ID only, RK Learning Corner. I'm going to buy a gold bracelet when the price of the gold comes down? Find the error quickly. First of all, tell me which one is principal, which one is subordinate. सबसे पहले ये बताइए मुझे. Which clause is a principal clause here and which clause is a subordinate clause here? The first clause is principal clause, very good. And the second, because when is a conjunction, so this is subordinate clause. Second is subordinate, very good. Now, where is the error? Very good. After when is subordinate, before when is principal, correct. Now, error I'm asking. What is wrong here? Now, principal clause should be in which tense? Principal clause should be in which tense? Future indefinite. Right? Principal clause should be in future indefinite tense. Now, tell me one thing. If I say, I will teach tomorrow. I am going to teach tomorrow. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? See, you people have not studied tenses. ये अगर पढ़ा है तो आपने बहुत अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा. You have studied only at the surface level. I will teach tomorrow. I am going to teach tomorrow. Which one is correct? That is what initially I told you, that you might have studied this topic, but still it is going to be new for you. Both are same. Am are plus is am are ing 2 plus v1. Okay, it also carries the sense of future. Is am are going to मतलब मैं करने जा रहा हूं, इसका मतलब it is future. So is am are going to plus v1 is also carries the sense of future. So whether you write this or you write will shall plus v1, they both carry the same sense. Tomorrow is a holiday, tomorrow will be a holiday. They both are same, they both carry the same sense. So once again the answer will be no error. Once again, the answer will be no error. I am going to buy a gold bracelet or I will buy a gold bracelet, because tenses mostly depend on sense. Is it clear? So I can write here I will buy also, but this is not wrong. Unless it is wrong, so why to change it? We don't have to replace a correct one with another correct, right? हमें सही से सही में नहीं बदलना है. We have to mark the incorrect one into correct. So this is also correct, and if I write I will buy a gold bracelet, then also it is absolutely correct. Is everybody getting my point? What I'm trying to tell you, that there is only one rule. This is only the rule, but this one rule can be asked in a number of ways. So you should know all the possibility, all the probability. Because rules are not numerous. Okay, rules are limited. Based on the rules, structures are uncountable. Okay. Now next point. I will not forgive him unless he does not apologize to me. Apply the rule and tell me the error. I will not forgive him unless he does not apologize to me. Quickly. See, if I talk about the tense, it is principal clause. Principal clause is in future indefinite tense, which is absolutely right. This is subordinate clause. It is in present indefinite tense. This is also right. So simple here, it is not of tense. You know that unless carries negative sense. So we have to keep all the rules in mind. And with unless we cannot use does not, we will say unless he apologizes to me. So when you remove does not, so it will be apologizes to me. Okay, because unless and not they carry negative sense. So it will be unless he apologizes to me. Acha, in this part, can I use I'm not going to forgive him? Can I even write this? I'm not going to forgive him. Yes or no? Instead of writing I will not forgive him, can I write this? I'm not going to forgive him. Of course, we can write. Okay. So whether you write I will not forgive him or you write I'm not going to forgive him, both will make the sense. Okay. So they both carry the same sense. Now, last example I'm going to give you. Suppose. Suppose also carries conditional sense. Okay. Suppose I am selected. Where will I get the joining? Where will I get the posting? Yes, yellow. Superfluous error does not. Suppose I am selected, where will I get the posting? Where is the error? Fast. From where am I going to remove will, Morelin? Where is asking question? Why? Where is this? No, where I will get the posting? Who is saying would? In first condition, do we ever use would? Suvarna, just tell me which tense is it? Just tell me which tense is it? See, despite knowing the rule, you people are unable to find the error. This is what happens unless you see one thing in a multiple ways. Which tense is it? Tell me. Suppose I am selected. Which tense is it? This where is not a conjunction. It is used as a question. I am selected. It is present indefinite tense. Who is saying past? Is am are plus V3 here? I told you that it is also present indefinite tense. It is just passive structure. Didn't I tell you? Is plus V3, am plus V3, are plus V3. So it is what present indefinite tense passive voice. So subordinate clause needs to be in present indefinite tense. It is given in present indefinite tense passive voice. The only thing is that you people have not studied this structure. And principal clause should be in future indefinite. I am asking one question, so there will be what? There will be question mark. There will be inversion form. Where is used as a question word here? So future indefinite tense, present indefinite tense, everything is correct. There is no error here. This sentence is also absolutely correct. Suppose I am selected, where will I get the posting? So in these many cases, you can get the questions from your first condition, guys. Even passive voice we can use in present in principal clause also. So one tense can be written in both active and passive voice. So these are just, don't focus on this because you people think that you know this structure, you are done with that. So this is very common structure. क्या नहीं समझ में आया कुमार? What didn't you understand here? This suppose is a conjunction here. Suppose is equal to if. Whether I write suppose or if. Is this clear? Either I write suppose here or I write if here. It is correct. Now here what happens? This is subordinate clause because the part in which conjunction is connected, that is subordinate clause. Subordinate clause needs to be in present indefinite. So this is present indefinite, yes or no? It is simply the passive voice, but it is present indefinite. Yes or no? Tell me quickly. So subordinate clause is in present indefinite and principal clause needs to be in future indefinite. So will I get will plus V1, that is future indefinite. Only we have used inversion form because we are asking question. So what? Everything is correct. So that is why there is no error. Can you see any error? You tell me what error you can see here. Then I will explain you that. अगर आपको कोई एरर दिख रहा है तो आप मुझे बताइए, फिर मैं आपको उसको एक्सप्लेन करती हूँ. Everybody got it? See, I simply mean to tell you that rules are limited, but based on those rules, questions are unlimited. So you should know all the possible ways the questions can come, how the questions can come based on one particular rule. Clear, everyone? Next. Acha. One more thing, zero condition. Now there is one last exception to this, that zero condition is an exception entire. See, zero condition means, you should know, actually it is the exception of first condition only. Those who do, zero condition means when we talk about facts, when we talk about facts or scientific truth or scientific laws, even in a conditional sentence, okay, then both the clauses, facts are written in which tense? Both the clauses will be in present indefinite tense. Facts are written in which tense? You all know. So whenever we talk about facts or scientific laws, then both the clauses, where it is subordinate clause or principal clause, it will be in present indefinite tense. Just if I say, if you heat ice, it will melt. Yes, you will say it will melt or it melts. It is wrong. You will say it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. Okay. We need both the clauses. Clauses will be in present indefinite tense. This is called zero condition. Any scientific law, any. Okay. For example, if one goes higher or as one goes higher, we can even use the conjunction as. You can say any conditional sentence I'm talking about. In conditional sentence, as one goes higher, it becomes cooler. It is also a fact. It becomes cooler. Okay. As one goes higher, it becomes cooler. So whatever facts we are talking about, whenever we are talking about facts, both the clauses will be in present indefinite tense. Okay. Sure. Moving on to the second condition, guys, you can join our official Telegram channel. Go for Banking Super Elite. You will get to study all these rules in absolute detail. Every topic you will get to study in absolute detail. Use code Saba, okay? Because right now 59% sale is going on. Use code Saba to get additional 5% discount. And those who haven't yet joined this Telegram channel, so please join this Telegram channel for all the updates and PDF. Okay. So for updates and PDF, join this Telegram channel. Coming to second condition. Second condition is nothing but the past version of first condition. Remember that. It is the past version of first condition. If you remember it this way, so it will become very easy. But the usage is different. Second condition we use when we talk about improbable or unlike condition. Means something that is less likely to occur. Okay. Now here what will happen, as I told you, it is the past version of first condition. So here you will use subject plus V2. Okay. In place of V1, what you will use? V2. Subordinate clause will be in past indefinite. And here you will use principal clause will be the past form of modal, that is would, could, might plus V1. Would plus V1, could plus V1, might plus V1. Okay. In place of V2 can be used had also. I hope everybody knows that had is also V2. And this also we can use in passive voice. So we can say was, were plus V3. So this structure can also be used, was, were plus V3 passive voice structure. Okay. That is the exceptional case easy, I will tell you. Now listen to me. If I say If I, see here, usually we use two conjunctions only, usually. If and when. Usually we use two conjunctions here. Okay, now listen to me. If I say, if I would have lots of money, I would buy a personal jet. What is that? If I would have lots of money, I would buy a personal jet. Quickly. Immediately you will say that in subordinate clause, you will not use if I would have. In place of that, you will say if I had not have keys. Yeah. Have or had, guys? Tell me first. Personal jet, private jet, anything. Acha, tell me would have will be replaced with have or had. Tell me first that. So past tense we are talking about now. So we need V2 form. So V2 form is what? The V2 form of have is had. Acha, tell me one more thing. If I was told earlier, I would certainly help you. If I was told earlier, I would certainly help you. Quickly find that out. Very good. Can anybody tell me was told is which tense quickly? Was told is which tense? I would have no. It is past and different. I mean, third condition is left, guys. Okay. So, see, it is past indefinite in passive voice. It is also past indefinite. Only the thing is that it is passive voice. And I would certainly help you. Okay. See, now in this condition, there is one, you can say not exception. You can say there is a rule. The rule says that when there is a sense of remote wish, when there is a sense of remote wish, do you know? Kori Kalpana, we say in Hindi. When there is a sense of remote wish, that is, we say Kori Kalpana, जिसको होने की possibility बहुत कम होती है. Okay. So something that is very least likely to be fulfilled. Okay. So use when there is a sense of remote wish, use verb even with singular subject. Everybody knows this. देखिए इसमें भी I'm going to tell you something that nobody knows. Okay. So I will tell you something that most of you do not know. Mhm. Even with singular subject. Wrong sentence morally. Wrong sentence. Imaginary situation. Imaginary situation. The simple example is if I was a prime minister. If I was a prime minister, I would try to control inflation. I would try to control inflation. Now, everybody will say, okay, it is not that it is less likely to happen, okay? But usually it does not happen. It will be if I were a prime minister, I would try to control inflation, okay? If I were a PM. Now listen to me. If I say, if I were you, I will not stoop so low. Where is the error? If I were you, I will not stoop so low. Stoop so low मतलब मैं इतना नीचे नहीं गिरता. Everybody. See, error can come in any part. Now you should know that this were is the case of second condition only. Very good. So you will not say I will not stoop so low. You will say I would not stoop so low. Do you know that the same sentence we can write this way also? Were I you, were I you, I would not stoop so low. Do you know this? Were I you, I would not stoop so low. So we can say yes, inversion form can also come here, guys. So in place of if you write were here, so the second condition this way also you can say, were I a bird? Were I a prime minister? So you can use inversion form here. So there is no error in this sentence. This sentence is absolutely right. Remember that. So you can say that were I you, I would not stoop so low. Clear, everyone? Did you get my point? Okay. Acha, I'm giving you one sentence. Tell me the error. Were I her, I would not accept this offer. I would not accept his proposal. Let me see who gives the error here. Okay. The one who finds out the error here will be the, what is the rule, Advik? Were I her, I would not accept his proposal. Very good, guys. Very good job. Moral in Advik. See, this is the case of pronoun. You know, do we say it was she? Do we say it was she? What do we say? It was she or it was her? One rule you would have studied in pronoun that I taught you all pronouns, right? Very good. Good job that you remembered. That I told you that after be forms of the verb, we need subjective case, right? So subjective case means you can get such error also, were I, she. Right. So it was she, you can even write it. If I were she, you can even write this were I she. Okay. So it was I who am. Very good. Very nice. Chalo. Now, see, first condition, second condition you have studied. Now, third condition. Do you know where the actual confusion lies? Actual confusion is not in between first and second condition. The actual confusion lies in between second and third condition. जो मेन प्रॉब्लम होता है ना वो थर्ड कंडीशन और सेकंड कंडीशन में होता है. See, second condition is what? Improbable condition. And third condition is what? Impossible condition. Do you know what is the difference between improbable and impossible? What is given here? Unreal past conditionals. See, improbable means less likely to occur. मतलब होने के chances कम है but हो सकते हैं. Impossible means हो ही नहीं सकते. And this we use, listen to me very carefully, guys. This third condition we use when two actions happen in the past. Yes. When two actions happen in the past and future is predicted in past. Means in past we are giving one condition. काम हो चुका है पास्ट में लेकिन कहते हैं ना काश ऐसा होता. ये जो काश ऐसा होता वाला जो केस होता है दैट इज इम्पॉसिबल कंडीशन. दैट इज थर्ड कंडीशन. And in this case, what will happen? The principal clause will be written in future perfect tense. But since we are expressing this future in past, so what we will use here? We will use would have plus V3. What we will use here? Would have plus V3. And the subordinate clause will be written in past perfect tense. And past perfect means had plus V3. Okay, did you get the point? See this structure, everybody, carefully, then I will explain. Yes. Is it done? Have you all seen? See, this is subordinate clause. Subordinate clause will be in past perfect tense. Now, in place of past perfect, can we write had also? We can write had been plus V3 also. All these are past perfect tense. Okay. And principal clause will be in would should have plus V3. Okay. So this is the structure that you have to keep in mind. Now listen to me. If I say, if I would have worked hard, listen to me carefully. If I would have worked hard, I would score good marks. Do the exact correction. After your correction, there should not be any mistake. I would score good marks. आपके करेक्शन के बाद यहाँ पे कोई मिस्टेक नहीं होनी चाहिए. What you are doing, Moralin, try to get the meaning also. Everybody is wrong till now. This is one sentence, you have to do the error. Would is never followed by had. Everybody is wrong. Let me see who gives the correct answer. 10 seconds more, fast. See, here only you make mistake. If this is the question of improvement, now you all will get it wrong. See, you all are saying only subordinate clause. What about very good, Dhruv Mehta? Here you will apply the case of second condition or third condition, guys. I told you that it is the second and third condition that is always confusing. How can you say if I had worked hard? You cannot change the entire sentence, no? Simply, can you see would plus V1? So here if it is would plus V1, so can't we apply the concept of second condition? If I remove this would have here and if I simply say if I worked hard, I would score good marks. Is it wrong? So we cannot mark error in two parts. Now, if this is the question of error detection, simple. So simply what we will do, we will apply the condition of second condition and the sentence will be correct. If I worked hard, this is what you have to keep in mind. Second condition versus third condition. Would plus V1, V2, second condition. Would have plus V3, had plus V3 is the third condition. Okay. Now, same sentence if I write this way. See the structure. If I had worked hard. If you want to write had worked hard, then in principal clause it should come, I would have scored good marks. Yes or no? What will come here? It will come, I would have scored good marks. In third condition, would have plus V3. And here had plus V3. In second condition, would plus V1 and here V2. Guys, remember this difference. Because if you do not keep this difference, then always you will be confused between second condition and third condition. Always it will be a problem for you. One more example I am giving you. If I had lots of money, I would have bought a private jet. Is it right? If I had lots of money, I would have bought a private jet. Don't tell me the condition name, tell me the error. Right or wrong? Simply I want. See, in this case, if this is the case, initial. See, usually if we say, now there are two possibilities. A very good point I have got. See, now you have two possibility. You can change it into would buy also. But usually when you feel that would have plus V3 is there, usually we prefer subordinate clause to change. Because I told you the rule also, na? See, if subordinate clause is correct, then and principal clause is wrong, then you will change principal clause. Otherwise, if principal clause is correct, so you will always try to make changes in the subordinate clause, because sequence of tenses means the tense of the subordinate clause is determined through principal clause. So what you will do, if you have both the possibility to change principal and subordinate clause, so which one will you prefer, Inshal? You will prefer subordinate clause. So what I will do, if I had lots of money, past perfect. Had is what? Past perfect. Clear? I would have bought a private jet. We usually change subordinate. Usually we change it. And do you know, same sentence can I write this way also? Had I had a had I had lots of money, had I had lots of money, I would have bought a private jet. Can I write this way? Do you want me to hide myself? Had I had lots of money, I would have bought a private jet. So yes, we can write this way also. It is absolutely correct. It is absolutely correct. Acha. One question I'm giving you. This is a PYQ. It came in one of the exams. It came in the exam. What? Tell me the error, everyone. Mehak, I will take 10,000 rupees. I'm telling you. Had is followed by V3 form. What is the V3 form of come? Is it came that you people are finding the error? Had he came to the office? Don't you know come, came, come? Very good, Dev Tanu. How it is correct, guys? Did he came? What you people are doing? Had he come? Which condition you have to apply? Which condition do we need to apply? Tell me. Conditional sentence you are studying, okay, and still you are unable to find the error of conditional sentence. Had he come to the office, had plus V3, so this is subordinate clause. You know that I told you we can write inversion form also. So had he come to the office, subordinate clause, that is past perfect tense. So principal clause will be would plus V1 or would have plus V3. Yes, had in place of if. So it will be, this is the case of, is it possible had plus V3 and would plus V1? Is it possible in conditional sentence? See, I told you that it is the second condition versus third condition that you have to be very careful. You cannot use this combination. It will be would have plus V3. It is confusing. It is, I told you initially only. So you need to be careful. So you will say, had he come to the office that day, he would have known that. He would have known that, not he would know that. Now, everybody write the same sentence into second condition. इसी सेंटेंस को अगर हमें सेकंड कंडीशन में लिखना हो, how we will do, how we will write it in second condition. Can you write this? Take one sentence. See, there is nothing more. All the 5 rules are done. See, if those who are getting confused between second condition and third condition, please pay attention here. If the same sentence I write this way, if he came to the office, that day. See, now you will use here second condition because it is V2. So here you will say that he would know that. If he came, then you will say that he would know that. Mehak, you joined in between, right? So please go through the entire recording. Without seeing the whole sentence, how you are finding the error? Is there any error in this sentence? I am saying that I am using second condition, so everybody is saying had come, had come. So this is how you can write this sentence into the second condition, okay? If he came to the office that day, he would know that he was about to be transferred. इसको एक last, I'm trying my last way, okay? In second condition, we need V3. Nothing is permanent, Suvarna. As per the rule, we will have to change. Here, if it is had plus V3, would have plus V3. Nothing is permanent. As per the structure, as per the rule, we have to change. We can make the changes in principal clause also and subordinate clause also. But usually we prefer subordinate. Okay. But here, since had plus V3 is the structure of third condition, so simply we will change this principal clause. Usually we change subordinate, but that is not the fixed case. Okay. We have to see the case. Now I'm trying to explain all the 3 conditions with one example. Okay. Everybody pay attention here. Everybody. Now please pay attention here. One example and all the 3 conditions. Okay. In fact, all the 4 conditions I will explain. If I will have. First read the whole sentence and then find the error. Do not find the error in between. Okay. If I will have lots of money, I will open a charitable hospital. If I will have lots of money, I will open a charitable hospital. Where will you find the error? Quickly. Tell me the condition and error. Which condition it is and the error. We all know that it is first condition. And first condition means principal clause future indefinite. And subordinate clause present indefinite. So it will be if I have lots of money, I will open a charitable hospital. Right? This is first condition. Okay? Yes. If I, listen to me very carefully, had lots of money, I would open a charitable hospital. I would open a charitable hospital. Where is the error? Everybody. Where is the error? Moralin, I told you read the sentence twice and then mark the error. This is what it is V2. Can you see this? It is V2 and here it is would plus V1. V2 and would plus V1, which condition we are talking about? Improbable condition, that is second condition. Any confusion? Now please pay attention. So if I had lots of money, I would open a charitable hospital, second condition. So everything is correct. There is no error here. This sentence is absolutely correct. There is no error. अच्छा, अब मुझे बताइए, if I say, if I were a millionaire, if I were a billionaire, आजकल मिलियन में कुछ नहीं होता, ठीक है? If I were a billionaire, I will open a charitable hospital. Where is the error? Now, if I ask you in which clause you will mark the error, subordinate or principal, or everything is correct, where are you going to mark the error? Did you get Suvarna? I would have opened Jai. Who is saying I would have opened? You will use third condition or second condition. This were is the case of second condition. Were means it is also V2. Then how you will say would have opened? See, even if it is will open, then also it is wrong. Even if it is would have opened, then also it would have been wrong. Yes or no? Even if it is would have opened, then also it would have been wrong. Because if it is were, so it means second condition we have to use. So second condition means you will use would open. I would open. This is only the case. So that is why it's not necessary that we always have to prefer subordinate clause only. We can mark the error in principal clause also. Okay, I would open a charitable hospital. Last example. सुनने में second condition अच्छा नहीं लगता. See, subordinate clause will be your preference when that I told you, that I'm going to tell you. Now, everybody listen to me carefully. Now listen to me. I mean, nobody will give me the error. Nobody will give me the answer, sorry. Listen to me carefully what I'm going to tell you. Now, in this case, there is a possibility. Saurabh, listen to me. In this case, there is a possibility I can mark this part also wrong. I can change it into had. Yes or no? Or I can change this part it also into would have opened into would open. Either I can follow the structure of second condition or the third condition, right? So in this case, when there will be no impact on the overall sentence, you can see that I can change principal clause also, I can change subordinate clause also without any impact. Because here you will not have to change subject, nothing you have to change. No structure, nothing you have to change. So in that case, I told you that the preference will be given to subordinate clause. So we will change had. Did you get the point? Is my point now clear to everyone? Saurabh? Now you will give. See here, is it possible to change it into would open? Sorry, here is it possible to change it into had? You cannot say, na, if I had billionaire. You cannot do that. Okay. So that is what I'm telling you, that when you feel that without changing the structure, we have to do that. So preference is given to that. Okay. And usually with were, we follow second condition only. So with this, we are done with our conditional sentence. See, I have tried my level best to explain you everything in absolute possible detail. Okay. So please watch this session once more. And as I did, what did I do? I used one sentence into multiple conditional way. Okay, one sentence only I have used in multiple conditional way. Okay, so you can also try to do the same thing. Take one sentence, try to write that sentence into multiple conditional sentence. First, second, third condition, zero condition, everything. Okay, So you will easily get everything. Sorry. चलो, जाते जाते सभी लोग सेशन को लाइक करिएगा, शेयर करिएगा, सब्सक्राइब टू अवर वाईटी चैनल. ओके, it's a very small topic but it comes in the exam. Okay, and it has the potential to confuse us. Chalo, thank you. I hope you all enjoyed the session. You will follow this also. Next time I don't want any mistake, okay, in conditional sentence. So those who haven't yet liked the session, like kar dijiye session ko, subscribe to our YT channel and share this session also.